Hey sis. Facebook is building an audience, so we're just gonna wait. I want you to enjoy the music. I hope you can hear it. Girl, you got me hypnotized. Hi, Dooney. Hey, Mr. Cole, I see you. Hey, Bella. Wow, you're on. Candy, hi. All right, Sister Adele, I see you. Loud and clear. I hear you too. Hey, Dooney. Hi, Sister Jamoke. Hey, girl. Candy, I see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want you guys to hear that music. Very nice. Hi, Ire. Ribo Ali, thank you. Thanks for coming on. Can you guys hear the music? We're just going to give people like a couple more minutes so we can get a few people on. A few more people on. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. I'm trying. I try. Hey, brother Tommy. How you doing, bro? I see you, Sister Helen. Hey, Mr. Cole. Blessings. What's up? You feel the bedu, right? I know. Me too. It's by Duncan Daniel. It's called 6x6. Really nice. Hey, Sister Falake. How are you doing, Mama? Chima. Friday night things, for real. Go and play it. I'm loving it too. Duncan Daniel. 6x6. Go look for it. Maybe you all can relax with your boo things tonight with it. Hey, Nana. Hey, Barry, I see you, sister. All right. Sister Toby, all the way from Nigeria. Thanks for coming on. Okay, we have 25 people on. I think we can go ahead and start. Faustina, thank you, baby. Hi, sweet sister. I see you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Roxanne, hi, lady. Mr. Ziggy, thank you. Hey, Mom. Thanks for joining in, and as always, Mama. My mom is upstairs, always there, trying to listen to her daughter. Okay. Can we go ahead and start? Or you guys are still feeling the music? Let me know. All right.
This Veterans Day, head into Sears to get amazing deals on home appliances.
No Sears. We don't want to do no Sears. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming on. Real Talk with Seun Obajolu. I call it Real Talk. Hi, Sister Joke. How are you doing? Hey, Laya. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you, everybody. Our topic for today is, are you still, yes, now, with music interval. Dooney, I wish we had more than 45 minutes. I don't want to make this longer than 45 minutes so people can actually re-listen when, we're done. Because it's after 45 minutes, people don't listen anymore. I believe that. Anyway, thank you all so much. This is Seun Obajolu, your girl. I cannot do this without you all, so I'm really grateful that you guys are on. I mean, I can't be here talking to myself, right? Auntie Berenice, thank you. God bless you, ma. Thank you so much. Okay, so topic for today says, are you still in love with your spouse? Or are you falling out of love? Can love be rekindled, or do you want out? This is a question, do you want out? You all heard that. It's the question that many people might not be expecting, but hey, you'll be surprised that a lot of people who are at this point in their marriages and their relationships, but probably don't want to talk about it, don't want to say anything about it, or it's just dealing with it. Let's just deal with whatever we're dealing with. But one of the reasons I started this is because I know that a lot of homes, a lot of marriages are going through stuff. which is normal. Every marriage goes through their own phase, right? But what's going on now is there are too many people who are unhappy in their homes and their marriages and are just kind of patching things along. We're done with patching things along. We're done with increased rate of divorce. Why can't we get to the root of the problems and start fixing or taking these problems and start working on it, each family at a time? Rather than, hi, Mr. Delola, thank you so much. Sister Fumi, I see you all. Sister Kemi, my husband is on too. Okay, so why can't we all start dealing with these topics or these issues that are causing friction in marriages, that are causing increased rate of divorce, rather than start sweeping things under the carpet? I'm done with it. I don't know if you all done with it. Please agree with me. All right. So with that being said, if you're on this watching me tonight or this afternoon, wherever part of the world you're in, if you're married or you have a boyfriend or your girlfriend, can you please type in the comments? I want to see how long you've been married for. I have been married 15 years this year. I'll be going on 16 years. Well, wow, I can't believe it's been that long. Okay. So I'll wait for you all. I want you all to share with me if you're in a relationship, if you're with your husband, you're married. Let me put in the comment section how long you have been married for or how long you've been with your partner for. I'll tell you what I'm asking. Now, we're talking about love, okay? When you're falling in love, right, you fall deeply in love with another person, okay? At that moment when you fall in love, 16 going on 17, wow, beautiful, beautiful, Sister Falake, awesome. Awesome. 10 years. Okay. People are putting down how long they've been married for. 10 years and 3 months. Sister Fumi. Whoa, nice. Hi, sis. Hi, bro. Namesake show Dada. Thank you. Married for 5 years. Okay. So we're seeing 22 months. Way to go, mama. Way to go. Just 2 months shy of 2 years. You're all doing it. 5 years, Mr. Cole. I know. Beautiful. All of you have beautiful. Well, I go to people's pictures. I do that. Yeah, I'm one of those very nosy ones, and I know we all do it. I go on your married for 2 years and 8 years. Sister Diola, nice. After 8 years of courtship, blazing. My goodness. See, 24 to 25 years. We have 8 years. We have 7 years. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you all for that, giving me that feedback. Now, let's talk. I'm going to give you a little bit of education here. What I want us to do with this, 8 years, I see that Sister Funke Shule, 1 year, beautiful. Candy, 2 years, nice. Okay, awesome. I'm feeling this. Wow, Sister Jumi said 12 years, awesome. So I think I'm learning who I can run to for advice here and there, right? So just keep setting yourselves up. I'm just joking, though. I'm joking. All right. So when we fall, today we're talking about, are you still in love with your spouse? Are you falling out of love? Can this love be rekindled, or do you want out? You're going to be I want you to stay with me because there's a reason I'm talking about this. Again, I already mentioned that there are many people who are so unhappy in their marriages right now. People are probably 6 years. Okay, I see you, Sister Latifa. Okay, people are at the point where they're trying to figure out, do I want to stay in this marriage? Do I want to be out? Am I still in love with my husband or my wife? I really don't know. So, but when we do fall in love, right, Sister Bernice, yeah. When you fall in love, right, at the moment when you met I want you to think back. When you met your husband, your partner, your wife, your boyfriend, who you're with right now, you were all excited, right? You wanted to shout it on the rooftop. You wanted to tell everybody who you came across that this is how I met. I'm in love with this person. I just met this woman. She's the most amazing woman. I just met this man. He's just the most amazing man. We want to describe how we have butterflies in our stomachs, Oh, Mr. Dediwura, he is back. How you doing, Mr. Dediwura? You are in love with your wife till death do you part. Of course, you better. Mr. Lumide, I see you. Caroline, I see everybody. Okay, now talking about being in love, right? So you met this person, you're in love, you want to talk about butterflies and all of that stuff, and it's the butterflies are there when you first came. Now, when it's talking about falling out of love, okay, you really can't put your finger on this feeling. You question this emotion. You're thinking, are we just at a rocky part of our relationship? You're thinking, would this feeling come to pass? You're thinking, are we just at a rough patch in the relationship? Or you're feeling like something is missing. I will get to the point, okay, of you feeling that way, feeling out of love. But if you're unsure, you're listening to me and you're unsure, or you're one of those who are feeling like, something is just not right. The butterflies I used to feel are not there anymore. You're confused. You're thinking, is this just a rough phase? Are we just going through a phase in our relationships? You're there. A lot of people go through that. But hey, yeah, Mr. Seun said the butterfly is still fresh with Oluwabusola. Awesome. I pray. That's what we pray for. But reality is, sometimes in some relationships, in some homes, in some marriages, there are people at a point where like the butterflies are no longer there. That feeling of that amazing woman is no longer there because of many reasons. I mean, life happens, like I always say, the kids come, you're chasing other things, you just feel like, that feeling is not there anymore. That wow effect is not there anymore. Hi sis, from all the way from UAE. Now, let me read some signs to you, okay? If you're one of those who's feeling that way. You feel like your eyes are wandering, okay? If your eyes start to wander when you're in a relationship, if you start to notice other beautiful women, if you start to notice all other good-looking men, everywhere you turn, you notice other beautiful women, you notice other beautiful, or, good-looking man, you notice a nice man, or you notice that very, very amazing woman at your job, and once in a while you can meet people who you admire. But when you feel like you're constantly noticing another good-looking man or another good-looking woman, and you're in a relationship, you're married, you're dating, you have to check yourself. Something is not right. Okay? Now, I'm giving you the signs that might let you feel like, you're falling out of love with your spouse. Now, the butterflies have flown away. You wonder, where have all these butterflies gone to? Those butterflies we all used to feel with all the love, right? Even if your partner sends you a text message, or your husband or your wife sends you a text message, you look at it and you don't feel any butterfly feelings. You don't feel anything. It feels like indifferent to you. Something is wrong. Okay, because usually when our partners, someone we care about send us a text message or something that addresses, I love you, or something emotional, very nice, we should feel happy. We should feel like, what, I love this person, I love this man, I love this woman. But if you get a text or something that's supposed to be endearing and you don't feel anything, there's a problem. Okay, now, if the sex has gone out of, my mom said I was totally in love with my husband till his death. Yes. The word bank. Thank you, Mr. Limited. I love that. That's my new name now, guys. The word bank. Okay. If the sex has gone out of the window, okay, one huge sign, and there's no pun intended with this, one huge sign that love has left the building is if your sex life has left as well. Okay? Once sex is off the menu, guys, there's really nothing left to order in this relationship. And this is why sex makes two people feel closer. All right. Not having it might make you all feel like you're on two different islands. Now, because I like to be real, it happens in marriage or relationship where there's a point you want to have sex, but there are too many things happening. You're tired. For women, we always have one thing or the other. We're tired. You're caring for the kids, you're caring for the home. And when it's bedtime, you just want to go to bed. Okay. Now, because I like to always use myself as an example, I'm sorry, baby, I know you're watching. I'm not trying to call us out, but my husband works night shift. He owns his own business, but he likes to work at night. I work day shift. When it's time for bedtime, I want to go to bed. I just want to take a shower and hit the sheets. And that's even if I get it into the shower. While he's probably asleep at 5 p.m. and wakes up at 11 p.m. to start working. He probably wants, a baby won't sleep in her room. Exactly, Candy. You're right, Candy. If you have a baby or children who will not sleep in their rooms, you can't even do anything, even if you wanted to, right? A lot of times we have to sneak downstairs or whatever. I'm not going to go there because my mom is listening. But anyway, if you have, he's at 11 p.m., he's fresh, he's awake, he's ready to work, but I'm ready to go to sleep. What did I say? Did I say bad words? Oh my, I believe everybody's over 18 here. We're talking about sex, right? Okay. So if you're in a relationship or a marriage, we know all of those things happen, but you should still make sure you guys make time to be together. You should make sure you have time to have sex. You should make sure you have time to make love. If your love making is non-existent, then trust me, love will somehow fly out the window. It's just what it is. Now, if you, yes, I'm real, Mr. Ayodele, it's just the fact. If you have, you're in a marriage where your husband is not asking you for sex, he's not asking you to make love to you, your wife is not asking, and it's been like 2, 3 months, 4 months, they're not asking at all, something is wrong. They're getting it somewhere else. All right? Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm hoping I'm hoping we can be real here, Funke. She said I'm on speaker. But I want to break it down. I really want us to break it down because these things are happening and we need to talk about it. So if you're not you find like your partner, your husband does not want sex with you, your wife does not want sex with you. In 3 months, she's saying, don't touch me. Oh, I don't feel like it. I have a headache. This is wrong. In 3 months, you have to sit down and call her and sit her down and ask her because there is a problem. That is no longer life. Something else is going on. She may not be happy with you anymore. She may no longer be in love with you anymore. He may no longer be in love with you anymore because you cannot be in a marriage and not at least, we know life happens like I said before. You have many things that stop you or, when you first got married, you're making love, you're having sex like every 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Life happens, kids come, of course. You probably are not doing it maybe once a week if you're lucky, right? But at least you're doing it, okay? Now, don't tell me you're in a marriage and you're in love if you're not making time to be with your partner sexually at least 2, 3 times a month. I'm not even trying to give you the timing. You set out the time, but don't tell me 3 months go past and you guys are not having anything sexually. There's a problem. That's where I'm going with that. So that's enough of that. Now, if you find out that your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I'm saying this because there's some in the culture we're in the Western world, or even in Nigeria or African countries, there are a lot of people who are courting for a long period of time. So that's why I also have to address the people who are in relationships. Now, if you have a partner who you find out that you guys are no longer lovers but best friends, you move your lover, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, you move them to the best friend status alone, you guys are probably no longer in love anymore. Now, let me clarify before somebody gets me. Yes, thank you so much. Preach on. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thanks for listening and supporting me. Now, if your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever, becomes just a best friend to you, it's a problem. It's normal to have a boyfriend, husband, wife who eventually, as the years go by, people say, my husband is my best friend, my wife is my best friend, that's good. But if your husband or wife becomes just your best friend to you and no longer your lover, you guys are no longer in love. You have to check it. Okay? We're getting somewhere with this. I'm giving us the signs that might show that you guys are no longer in love with each other. Now, cute habits are no longer cute. When you're dating or maybe the first few years of marriage, right? And you guys, if I bite my nails, right? I have extensions, okay? I did it for you guys. I used to bite my nails, okay? Maybe in the beginning, my husband never thought it was cute, right? So anyway, I can't use that example. But say, for instance, you have a partner or your husband used to do something that you thought when you guys were dating was all cute, Your wife used to walk she used to walk slow. You used to call it at that time when you're in love, you called it sexy. And all of a sudden, you're feeling like, why are you dragging your feet? Why are you walking so slow? That's laziness. It used to be cute, right? Okay? Or now, when you guys were dating or when you guys were, all the love was still there, your husband's snoring was okay. I mean, yeah, we're together. You just put on something and you go to sleep. And all of a sudden, his snoring becomes really annoying to you. Okay? There's a problem. There's a problem with the love in there. I have to be real. I'm just, yes, it's true. End of discussion. Yeah. Says, remember again, those cute habits that you used to find really cute becomes annoying. Then that means the love is probably waning. You guys need to check that. I like to be real. When everything your partner does to you is annoying and no longer cute, we have a problem. Food, the wife is not cooking on time. The food is coming later. Before, you used to be like, it's okay, baby. Go ahead. I can wait. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, what, you can't even do anything right, woman. You can't even cook. You can't even do this. Or before, it used to be like, yeah, I love your cooking. It's okay. We'll do it together. And all of a sudden it becomes really annoying. That means you guys are no longer in love. All right. So we're still talking on the signs. Now, finally, you feel, okay, now I have two more. You feel like something is missing. Falling out of love. Exactly, Mr. Dedina. Yes. You get on each other's nerves, but she is your everything, your woman and everything. I love that, okay? I'm just trying to point out that if your partner, everything, now, Mr. Dedina, that's the key word. If everything they do is annoying, it is a problem. I know you might come out and say, well, I might say I love them, but if they annoy me, okay? Yeah, there are times when you annoy each other. That's normal. We all annoy each other. Baby, still, my husband said he still loves my teeth. Well, he still likes something. Okay, so if you feel like something is missing, falling out of love is very difficult to explain. It's not easy. We can't really put our fingers on it. But you just feel like there's a sensation of emptiness, right? If you feel like I'm not complete, something is just missing, then that means there is a problem. Okay? Yes, our partners, our husbands, our wives, our women, men, they complete us in a way. Now, if you feel like something is missing and you feel that, have that feeling all the time and it's not going away, there is a problem. Okay? The love is probably waning. Now, finally, when you are madly in love, right? No matter what your partner looks like, you still cannot keep your hands off each other. Do you agree with me, y'all? When you're madly in love, no matter what they wear, no matter how they're looking, you still cannot keep your hands off of each other. Even if you're just waking up the bed and they haven't even brushed their teeth, you guys are going at it again. You cannot just keep your hands off each other. Oh, my husband woke up in the morning and he hasn't shaved. You still find him really attractive. Yes, that's love. Now, if you get to a point where you no longer find each other attractive, a problem. Yes. There might be some cases where, we have babies, we gain weight. Even if you gain weight, your husband will still find you attractive. At least my husband used to tell me then. I mean, he still tells me. He tells me, well, it's not about the weight. Just work on the stomach, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes, whatever. Now, there's a way and a manner about it. Now, if they start telling you, you look ugly, or I don't find anything attractive to you about you anymore. Your husband who used to, grow whenever he's not shaved, you don't want to be around him. Whenever you go out to parties, he's not dressed up to par. That's what you think to you. You don't want to hang out with him. You're both going at the mall, right? You feel like, oh, I don't want to be around her. She's not dressed. She's not dressed up like other women. Don't you see other women? You start comparing your partner, your woman, your husband to other people. Your love is waning. All right? That's one big thing we have to check. As married people, we cannot compare. Okay? Compare your husband, your wife. When you start comparing your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend to another man or another woman, your love is probably waning. You need to go check it. Now, if you notice I'm using the word your love is waning a lot of times, it happens, but can this love be rekindled? Yes, it can. Or maybe not. We're going to get there. Now, I want to teach us a little bit about this love thing, right? For you to, thank you so much, Mr. Sam. Thank you, Eniola. Thank you so much. God bless you too. Now, for you to fall in love, let's learn now, because we're communicating, but we also want to learn. For you to fall in love, there are different phases, right? But you have to go through what phase of independence first. Then you go to a phase of interdependence, all right? Independence first, that's you. Before you fall in love with anybody, you have to love yourself, right? You have to care about yourself. You have to love everything about you. Then life happens. You meet somebody. No one compares to my man. That's right, Sister Joma. Yep. Sister Jimmy, thank you. So you're saying, you're at that point where you're independent. You haven't met anybody. You're not in love. Then you meet somebody and you fall in love with this person, right? Then you go to a point of interdependence. This is when you're concerned about yourself, but you also need somebody else to exist with you as well. It's the way it's created. It's the way the world was created. I don't know how many people think about it. Where women, we complain so much about this man. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. But guess what? The next minute, some people step out of one relationship, they give themselves some time, and they're already feeling lonely. They need company. They need someone. It's just the way it was meant to be. You know, you all feel like at the point you're independent, but you need somebody there in your life with you. It's just how it's meant to be. We can't change that. Thank you so much, Sister Fumi. Thank you, Sister Lila. Thank you, Mr. DK or Sister DK. I don't know if it's a girl or Mr. Thank you, Mr. Adebayo. Now, I hope you guys are listening. So now we have the independence and we have the interdependence. Okay. In order for someone to move from independence to interdependence, certain things have to happen. Okay. You meet somebody, attraction. You have to be attracted to them in one way or the other. Hair color, intelligence, something must attract you to this person. And this is, you're drawn to this person. Please, what do you think when a man says he feels his woman is challenging him? All right, Sister Niola, when a man says you're challenging him, it might mean different things, okay? Challenging maybe he means that you're challenging him in a good way. You can challenge your partner or your spouse in a good way, okay? And make them want to strive to be better. And you can also challenge your partner or your husband in a negative way because you're going against everything he's saying, or he feels like you're going against everything he's saying. We cannot do that. There has to be a balance. Now, listen to me if we're listening. We can challenge each other negatively or positively. Negatively in a way that you can challenge your partner, to want to do more, to want to do better. And you can challenge them in a way that you're challenging everything you're doing. You're not in support of them. Maybe that's what he feels like. So we have to think about it. We can talk about this later and you can let me know what the dynamics are, but it depends. If you're always talking back at him, always disagreeing with everything he's saying, a man might feel challenged, and men do not want to be challenged in that way. Real quickly, women, I like to talk to us, okay? Men are full of ego. Men operate with ego, okay? We have our way with this men. If you feel like you want to challenge your husband, you're not liking what he's saying, you don't have to challenge him right there and then. Or even if you have to do it in a loving way. Okay? I'm also learning. I had to learn too. There are times my husband will say some things and I look at him like, what is this man talking about? And I want to say, okay, Eniola, we can talk about this later. Yes, please hit me up. And I want to talk back at him like, listen, what are you talking about? You don't even know what you're saying. It gets him really upset. But there's some times when I try it out and I say, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can not to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet. I'll let him have his way. And then I go back to him. And I say, baby, I know what you were saying earlier, but why don't you let us do it this way, that way, and that way? Trust me, it works. He then says, okay, yes. But when I knowingly or intentionally challenge him and he sees it, it makes him want to do that thing I don't want him to do because of the way and the manner that I am putting this across to him. We can't change it about men. I'm the biggest feminist ever. You guys know me. But we also have to be able to tell each other the truth, okay? You cannot be feminist with your man or your husband. And if you want to be feminist, there's a way and manner around it. Wisdom, women, wisdom. Okay? Men don't like to be challenged. Exactly. Sister Lila, you're right. And if you have to challenge them, you can wait. You can look for the timing. Don't do it when their friends are there. Don't do it when their family members are there. Don't do it when you try to talk them down also. You're going to get the bad part of them. They're not going to like it. Okay? Men need respect above all else, particularly in moments of disagreement. Sister Joma, thank you. Yes, but here's what I'm going to say. Men and women need respect though. That's where I also have to be there. We cannot say you're a woman, you keep respecting your man, and the man is not respecting the woman. No way. Respect, they say, sometimes begets respect. So let's take that with us, okay? Okay. So now, secondly, we're talking about moving from independence to dependence, right? To interdependence. We talked about attraction. Now we're going to acceptance. After you're attracted to this person, attraction becomes mutual, right? And you guys move past a casual relationship, okay, to a deeper level of intimacy. You guys start talking more. You start talking on the phone more. You find out that you're dropping all your masks, all those fake, all those trying to form on the first day of the date. You guys drop that. You get more comfortable with each other. Yes, respect is reciprocal. Don't do it in front of the kids. Thank you, Sister Jumoke. That's one thing I am learning to do. I am learning to get better at it. Because once we don't, I'm sorry, I'm going back, but somebody just said we should not disrespect each other or try to argue, with our partners in front of our kids. Yes, we cannot, because those kids are watching. They are how you treat your husband, how you treat your wife, there's a way it will trickle down to your husband or your wife and how the children relate to them. I'm all in. I will never try to mince words. I'll never try to sugarcoat, but it's what it is. Okay? Your husband is scolding the children. You want to say something. Don't say it in front of the children. Deal with only if the children are in danger. You feel like he's going to beat the life out of them at that point. Then you can get in between them and him and say, babe, please. But trying to disrespect him or disrespect her in front of the kids, it's going to trickle down. Okay? Yes, respect is reciprocal. So let's be mindful of that also. We do not want to do those kind of things in front of the kids too. All right. We're talking about acceptance. You guys have moved past. We're talking about moving past from independence to interdependence, where you meet somebody, you want somebody in your life. There's a reason I am saying that. Now, you get to a point after you have already moved past acceptance, then you get to fulfillment, where you accept each other as complete. You have warm feelings towards each other. You have desires. You want to make each other happy, and this is usually in the first few years of marriage, right? Or even longer. During interactions, you guys make a conscious effort to meet each other's needs. This happens usually first few years, courtship. Now, when you move past these three stages, this should be going on. It should not stop. Where you guys are attracted to each other, you guys have accepted each other, and you guys have gotten to a point where you want to make each other happy. You are fulfilled with each other, right? Okay, so where am I going with this? This should be dynamic and should not stop. It now gets to a point in our lives where people start to lose all of that. We start to lose all of that. The attraction goes away. Okay, you feel like you're isolated. Okay, you don't want you're not feeling each other anymore. You're not attracted to each anymore. Yes, Mr. Tommy, I see you. You're losing the attraction. You don't feel fulfilled with each other anymore. You cannot accept each other anymore. The snoring that used to be nice and beautiful and used to be music to your ears have become noise now. We have to check it. Okay, so falling out of love, right? Because it's a process from moving backwards. Normally, we should be moving forward in our marriage, the way we feel about each other. Love should go on. Love should grow. All right? Now, if something happens, that is affecting that, you guys tend to fall out of love. Okay? So, your passion will disappear. Eventually, your commitment to each other will disappear. Okay? And that's when we should not let it go. People become selfish. We start having negative behaviors towards each other. Hi, Busola. Thanks for coming on. Mr. Lumide, thank you. Thank you. You said, for God so loved the world. What did I miss? Yes, communication will fizzle out any impending hate. And that's why we're talking about this. When you feel like you're catching yourself that those things are not happening anymore, don't just let it go and say, you know what, and keep dealing with it. Communicate. All right? If you feel like, hey, baby, you're gaining some weight, don't call your husband fat or your wife fat. Yes, Mr. Royal said, don't think real love exists in this generation, though. I think there's real love. It does exist. Now, what's happening is people are becoming more self-centered. People are becoming more selfish. People want to eat their cake or have their cake and eat it at the same time. Okay? We keep forgetting the values of marriage. We forget that certain things have to be in place. There's no two way about it. You cannot be selfish and be married. Okay? You cannot be self-centered. You cannot be married and want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend on the side. It doesn't work out. Okay? Because guess what? That's being selfish. If you feel like you're not getting something at home and you want to get it in the arms of somebody else, all right? Without breaking off this, or that's selfish. I'm going to be real. Okay? When love is diminishing, it takes time to build. Yes, Mom, you're very right. So, and that's why we don't want it to diminish. We do not want you to totally lose the love. When you find that you're getting to that point, and again, it happens. All right? Let me quickly address this. I'm not here to state perfection in any way. As you all are typing and I'm also reading and I'm learning. Okay, so I want this to be a panel where we can all learn together and we can all work on our marriages and our home and make it beautiful again. Okay, enough of this crazy divorce rate going higher. Friendship in marriage is a must. Yes, and you must be selfless. Exactly. I'm reading, guys. I'm reading. Keep it coming. Bad network. I hope you can come back, Sister Fumilayo. All right. So when you get to a point where you feel like those things are happening, you're no longer attracted to each other, one or three things happen. Either you resign, and you just resign that this marriage or this relationship is no longer fulfilling, but you guys are stuck together for different reasons, maybe children, maybe religious beliefs, maybe difficulty in getting a divorce, maybe you are so dependent on this person financially, because you have gone past that stage where instead of working on your love going away. Yes, marriage is a ministry. Mr. Tommy said, love language profile will give you, oh wow, okay, we'll go check it out. Is there superiority in love? Miss Oluyombo. Superiority. That word superiority. It depends on what religion you are, what ethics, wherever you're coming from, what values you have. But the main gist is, okay? Now listen to me, I'm a feminist. The main gist is the husband is supposedly the head of the home. All right? Now, we the women, I've learned now, we're not fighting this thing. Yeah, you are the head, but you know how much power you have as the woman. We are the neck. Do you think that the head can move or work without the neck? Anywhere the neck is going to go, the head is going to go, the neck operates it. So that's now how I balanced it out, because I don't believe in all that superiority thing. Because when you start believing that you're superior to your woman, thank you. When you're superior to your woman, right? Then you start treating them that way. Okay? You guys should be partners. You should never look at your partner like you're superior to them. Once that happens, then there's a chance you start treating them like you're superior to them. You don't listen to them. You don't feel their opinion matters. When you're in front of the kids, you disrespect them. Okay? That's not good. So that's why if you have that mentality going into a marriage, there's probably going to be a problem. Also, for women, we cannot have the mentality that, a man cannot rule me. Let's not have that mentality, okay? Yes, I'm feminist in my way because I believe that women need equal rights in certain things. But when it comes to your relationship, okay, you cannot have the mindset that, my husband cannot rule me, he cannot control me. There has to be a balance. Can you address comments and questions later, please? Yes. Okay, I know. I'm sorry, Miss Betty Boy. Yeah, I'll try. Okay, so I will answer questions, but I try sometimes I want to be able to address certain things as it comes out. I will try to get back on my train of thoughts. I thought I was doing good with that, but yeah, I'll do better. There is no superiority in love. There should not be. Thank you, Sister Toyin. Now, let's quickly go. Now, talking about falling out of love, you get to a point where you're feeling like, okay, love is not working anymore. But instead of addressing it, you either resign and say, you know what, my love is not working anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to try anymore, right? That's resignation. Or what people do, some people, there's no feminist in the kingdom of God. I know, sir. Okay, infidelity. Some people decide, you know what, I'm not feeling my partner anymore. I'm not in love anymore. I even hear this thing about, I love you, but I'm no longer in love with him. I don't know how that works. I don't know. My sister Toyin Abiola, love coach, is going to be talking about love tomorrow. So maybe you guys can follow her. Some people use the word, I love them, but I'm no longer in love with them. I don't know how that works, because you're either in love or you're no longer in love with them. Okay, now, if you're at the point where you're falling out of love, you either resign and say, you know what, I'm not going to work anymore on this. I'm tired. I'm going to stay in my marriage. Or I'm just gonna keep doing. I'll keep patching it. Or some people some people go on and be unfaithful. Some people go and find that emotion, find that love in the hands of somebody else. Okay, and that's a point. That's another point. Or finally, out of frustration with the other partner, it leads to anger, it leads to resentment, it leads to withdrawal. You guys don't want to be with each other anymore. You don't find any love, you don't find any pleasure with being with each other. Then divorce happens. Okay, so now if you find that you or your spouse are falling out of love, you must start all over. You must determine to start all over. Okay, I hope you guys are following me. We've talked about the stage where your butterflies are there, right? You're in love, totally in love. You want to shout to the rooftop, I love this man. He's the best thing that happened to me. Then some people get to a point where they feel like the attraction is no longer there. They no longer feel like they're accepting of each other. They no longer feel fulfilled with this person because maybe somebody is getting selfish. We're not working on our marriages. We're letting things wane rather than addressing them right there and then. We're patching things, which I want us to stop. We cannot keep patching things without addressing them. Communication sucks with a lot of relationships and marriages right now. Okay, so now in a relationship, once you notice that these things are not happening, the attraction is no longer there, sit each other down and talk and say, hey, this and this is going on. I have a couple, I'm not going to mention their names, okay? The husband is so fashion conscious. The wife is so fashion conscious. They know each other. They know what they like in each other. And when things are, say for instance, they go out and the husband seems like the wife's, I saw it firsthand, so I know that the wife's makeup is kind of, she's losing it. He calls her and say, hey, baby, go fix that. That's what tickles his fancy. He loves it when his woman is all done. He appreciates her. And when he sees a problem with it, he calls her right there lovingly and say, hey, baby, go check that. Go fix that. He doesn't call her and say, you're looking ugly, baby. What's going on with you? You're losing it. Okay? So I also have to tell you that. Now, where am I going? I'm saying, don't let things wane. If things are falling out of place, communicate. Love. Thank you, mommy. I'm seeing that. All right. So I want to be able to address this real quickly before I go back to taking questions. Change. When things are not working, you want to be able to start all over. I see people addressing this, and I appreciate that. You want to bring the attraction back into your relationship by changing a lot of things. You want to change, if your husband has been complaining that he doesn't like how you dress now, or you don't, now let me use an example. I like to use myself. I came back from working out yesterday, right? And I took a shower, went upstairs. I came back downstairs. I just wore a shirt. I didn't care. And I went downstairs. And my husband looked at me and said, why are you dressed like that? To me, it was okay. I felt I wanted to be comfortable. And he was like, no, that's not attractive. I felt really bad because I know I have to practice what I preach. You know what I did? If it was before, I would say, what is wrong with me looking this way? You're my husband. I went upstairs and I tried to change into something a little bit more presentable. Okay? So I'm saying this now to say that whatever might be causing that attraction to go away, to wane, the love to wane, we have to start fixing it. We have to try to bring the attraction back to our relationship. We have to do things right the way we used to do it in the beginning. If you used to love your husband, your wife, if you used to say sweet things to her, if you used to tell her you loved her every day, and you find yourself that you're no longer saying it, please bring that back to that relationship. There's nothing wrong with sending love texts to your husband or your wife daily. Baby, hi, I'm thinking about you. Check. That's all. So we want to bring those things back. Now, you have to all over, because we're thinking of bringing love can be rekindled, and we're talking about the steps that we can rekindle it. You have to start accepting and trusting each other again. And how do you do that? You have to dedicate time for each other. You have to date again. Life happens like I say it. Okay, thank you, Stejumoke. There's no point, we have to be honest. Mommy, Amolewa, I see you. You said a family that prays together stays together. Thank you, Mommy. Now, I'm saying we have to learn to accept and trust each other again. And how do we do that? We have to spend quality time together. If things you're saying, my husband does not love me anymore, my wife doesn't love me anymore, and we all keep patching it and we're not making an effort, you have to learn to date again. How many of us actually can have dated our husbands recently? How many of you have gone on a date? How many men out there actually came back home and said, baby, get dressed, let's go out? How many of you made arrangements and said, you know what, baby, it doesn't have to be expensive. You can fix a candlelight dinner. Just plan for it. Have a bottle of wine. Baby, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch movies all night today. You don't have to go out. Okay? Those things, once you've lost love in a relationship, rather than, Bumi said, learn to say sorry. Okay, I'm getting there. Yes, ma'am. Rather than letting things go and resigning and getting it to a point where we are divorcing, where we're falling out of love, because again, the easiest way now, let me tell you, the easiest way for people now is divorce. It's hard. But rather than try to work on it, we want to get the heck out. Now, there might be some situations, and I will get there, okay? You have to start, let me not lose my train of thoughts, okay? You have to start to accept and trust each other again. Date again. Learn to communicate properly, okay? Learn to drop your mask, okay? Fix the things. If you are a man who talks, hi Annie, thank you for coming on. If you're a man who talks to your woman anyhow, you disrespect her, please stop. If you are a woman who also has no regard for your husband or your man and you want to talk trash, all of that, please stop. Words, when spoken, cannot be taken back. Some people will tell me, oh, I didn't mean it. That's some people's favorite term. But I didn't mean it. But guess what? The person you said this word to probably does not know you don't mean it, and the word sticks. When you use negative words and you say demeaning words to your partner all the time, and you're telling them every time you don't mean it. There's a proverb in Yoruba. Hi, Sean. Thanks for coming on. Talitha, I see you. There's a proverb in Yoruba, and I think I've used it before. Whoever did the poop, right, will never remember, probably not remember, but who went through the pain to pack it or to clean up the mess will remember. Now, if you're saying you talk negatively or terribly to your partner all the time, and you're saying you don't mean it, they're probably going to fall out of love with you. You can bet on that. If you're constantly cheating and you're a consistent cheater and you're not repentant and you keep saying, I'm sorry, and you go back to it, that woman or that man is probably going to fall out of love with you eventually. All right? If you don't fix it. That's the thing. We have to be honest. Sharifat, I see you. Okay. So now, when you have learned to accept, you've learned to start working on each other, you have to learn to fulfill each other's needs one more time. You have to be able to seek your partner's pleasure. You have to be able to stop being selfish. We have to be able to put our partner's needs above our own. Now, I'm talking to a man and a woman here, okay? And you listen to what I said. I said, be able to put your partner's needs above each other. All right? Now, if the husband is putting his wife's needs above his own, and the wife is putting the husband's needs above her own, guess what? It's a win-win situation. Right? Do you all agree with me? It should never be one way. Thank you, Talitha. I'm on point. Thank you. So you should never be one way. I'm not here telling you the man always, expect your wife to put her needs above yours and you're not doing anything wrong. Like your Bible would say, fa 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 foul. That's not gonna work. If you're expecting your husband to keep putting his needs above yours, and you as a woman are not doing anything, you're saying, "Oh, he's the man. He should watch over me. and you're not catering to his own needs. Fa 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 foul. They're probably not gonna be fulfilled. You both have to be able to fulfill each other's needs and put your needs above each other. Okay? Seek the pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody. I see you. I thank you. I appreciate all your comments. Okay. Seek the pleasure and seek the happiness of your husband or your wife. Understand me? As simple as this sounds, okay? You'll be surprised. When we constantly seek to make sure our partners are happy, you both will be happy. Again, it should not be one way. All right? Seek each other's happiness. all the time. That love that is gone can come back. We can rekindle it. We can start all over again. Only if it hasn't gone to a certain a certain point. Because I want to quickly address that. There might be some situation where, you know what, getting out is the only choice. Because you guys might have gotten past, all the points. You guys are at the point where your relationship is no longer healthy. You're getting sick. You guys are no longer making each other happy. Nobody, only one person seems to be making an effort. The other person is not making an effort. My sister or my brother. I don't see that as fair. Okay? So, if you are selfish, only one person is working on building or fixing that love, it's not going to work. And if you've gotten to a point, some relationships have gotten to a point where only one person is working, only one person has been working for years, the only way out might be for both of them to go their separate ways. I like to be real now. Okay? Change, love, rekindling, it has to be both of you. It takes two. Thank you very much, Bumi. And Sister Toyin, yes. It takes two of you to rekindle that love. One person cannot do it. Okay? If you feel as a man, you can't beg your wife, you can't do this, you can't do that anymore, or as a woman, you can't beg your husband, you can't apologize, you can't talk, you don't want, then both of you just release each other and not, take each other through years of emotional instability, unhappiness, sickness, Okay? Like I always say, I know you guys know my mantra. If you're going to do it, we have to do it what? We have to do it right. If you're falling out of love, you want to fix it, go home now, call your husband, call your wife, sit back down and say, hey, let's do this. If you think, no, you don't want this, you just totally cannot find fulfillment in this woman or this man anymore, it's okay. Also, to allow each other, just go your separate ways. Then start working, patching things and living unhealthy. You're having boyfriends on the outside. He's having girlfriends on the outside. You're constantly nagging. You're constantly unhappy. You're constantly crying. That's not healthy. I do not agree with that. Okay. It's 4:45, guys, or 4:51. I wanted this to be 45 minutes. Okay. I hope I have been able to pass a message. And the message I'm leaving you with is, it's possible for you to be feeling like you're falling out of love for certain reasons. But guess what? We can fix that. We can bring back the attraction. We can bring back the love. Now, that's if both of you are willing to work on it. If it's going to be one-sided, there is no point. If you're not going to be willing to work on it, you want only your partner to do it, then there's no point. Release each other and let each other go. Thank you. You guys are saying no third party. Exactly. Okay? If you are still at a point where you can fix whatever you can fix right now, please, I beg of you, bring back that attraction. Okay? Bring back that fulfillment. Make your partner's happiness. If you're a man or you're a woman, you're listening to me. Make your partner's happiness, make it your priority. Okay? If we do that, we are both going to win. Make sure you both want to respect each other. Don't seek for respect and give disrespect. You're not going to get that respect for a long time. Okay? You cannot disrespect and expect to be respected. You cannot not love and expect to be loved all the time. If you're physically abusing your wife, you're emotionally abusing them, they will fall out of love with you. You cannot beat them up today, beat them up with your mouth, and call them tomorrow and tell them, I love you. That you have to check that love. That is not true love. Because love does not hurt. So, people, take it away from here. Let's fix what can be fixed. If you cannot fix it, if you don't want to work on it, please release them. And let them go and find happiness in other things. It doesn't have to be another man or woman, but they will be at peace with themselves. Thank you so much. The goal of this is for us to have a happy home, a happy marriage. And I'm going to leave you out there saying, if we're going to do it at all, let's do it right. Marriage is a beautiful thing if it's done right. Thank you so much. Mr. Labade, thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you, everybody. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to be back same time next week. Real quickly. Oh my God, I forgot this. I was going to advertise for one of my sisters, but I'll be back next week with it. Yeah, Nadine Hairdressing Salon. Look her up. DMV, Nadine Hairdressing Salon. I have to give you her number, but I'll leave it on my wall so you guys can give her a call. She does great hair. She's in the DMV, and if you also want to advertise your business, come on, let's do it. We're getting enough views so we can make it done. All right, y'all. If you have a topic for me, send it to my inbox, and we'll talk about it. God bless you. Thank you very much.